Hello all, welcome. Apologize for the late start. Some technical difficulties on our end, but seems we've got them sorted now. And we're joining the action in the 4th minute. For those jumping in, we've got Bournemouth, Liverpool. Liverpool trying out a similar lineup to what we've seen in the past, as Liverpool getting forward here down the left through Robertson. Robertson looking for options back towards the center. Eventually worked back into defense. For those jumping in now, quick look at the lineups. So Liverpool with Simon Mignolet, who's on the ball now, in goal. Andrew Robertson in for the still injured Alberto Moreno. Klavan and Lovren in central defense. Gomez at right back in for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who started the last game. The midfield three looks a bit different. Robertson won't be able to chase that ball down. The midfield three looks a bit different, with Jordan Henderson in for Emre Can and Gini Wijnaldum remaining in the three. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain moves into that midfield three as Phil Coutinho moves forward into the front three on that left wing, in for Sadio Mane, who only makes the bench today, and Roberto Firmino and Mo Salah complete that front line. As Liverpool win it back through Oxlade-Chamberlain high up the field, tries to slide it through from Mo Salah, but cut out by Charlie Daniels. Now Bournemouth looking to counter. Defoe chasing with Lovren, but Lovren able to work it back to Mignolet. Bournemouth, on the other hand, starting lineup: Asmir Begovic in goal, Charlie Daniels, Nathan Ake, Simon Francis, and Adam Smith across the back four. They'll play a midfield five of Mark Pugh on the left wing, Andrew Sermon, Josh King, and Lewis Cook in central midfield, and Jordan Ibe on the right, with Jermaine Defoe playing as the lone striker. Long ball forward, searching for Coutinho here. Ibe able to collect the header down. Ibe being pressed by Wijnaldum and able to escape the pressure. Jordan Ibe, the former Liverpool man, moved to Bournemouth for £15 million 2 seasons ago, has yet to register his first goal. And that's something that should scare every Liverpool fan. As Ibe's crossed into the box, headed away by Klavan, collected by Adam Smith. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on the edge of the area, chips it in towards the box. Ake, some shots for handball as he blocked it away, but nothing given by the referee. Now Coutinho will play it all the way across, back for Lovren. Robertson with the ball forward, finds Bobby, who's dropped deep towards midfield, turns on the ball, sliding challenge from Defoe, nearly wins it, but Coutinho able to play it forward. Mo Salah just turned around there, and Ake clears it only as far as Henderson. Lovren now, long searching ball for Salah again, cut out by Ake. Liverpool maintain the pressure. Henderson, Coutinho central. Coutinho chips it through, run by Firmino. Firmino keeps it in, cross towards Salah, but caught by Begovic, too near the keeper. Now Bournemouth looking to start quick attack again. Josh King chasing the long ball down, but Klavan does enough to ease him off the ball, and Mignolet boots it clear. Bournemouth back in control, though. Well, one of the stories of the game today is Adam Lallana's back on the bench for Liverpool. Seen fit enough to finally make it. The rest of the bench, Loris Karius, obviously. Karius started the last game against West Brom, where he kept a clean sheet and was probably one of the few bright spots for Liverpool as he came in for Mignolet, who was suffering from a slight injury. Milner, Sadio Mane, Danny Ings, Dominic Solanke, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, as Liverpool have won it back, it's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Coutinho chipped through for Firmino, who's brought down. And Nathan Ake whistled for a foul now. Right on the edge of the area. It'll be a yellow card for Nathan Ake in only the 9th minute. It was a good win of the ball back by Coutinho. He got it back from Oxlade-Chamberlain, and as Coutinho chipped it through for Firmino, Ake just tripped him up. It'll be a free kick right on the edge of the area on that right-hand side. What can Liverpool do with this? Salah and Coutinho over the ball. 10 minutes gone in the first half, still 0-0. Can Liverpool fashion a chance? Salah just eyeing his angles. Coutinho stands confidently over the ball. They are about 19 yards from goal. Coutinho chips it over the wall. Off the post. Robertson collects. Coutinho so nearly had a fantastic opening goal there, but it hit off the post. Coutinho back on the ball. Fires from distance and just over. I think Coutinho thought it took a deflection, but Coutinho with the curled effort, oh so unlucky to have it hit the inside of the post and go out. It looked like he had found the perfect strike, but not quite there. And what a free kick by the Brazilian magician. Oh, Magico at it again. What a chance to open the scoring. I thought that was it. Wijnaldum wins the ball back. Chamberlain to Henderson. Laid off by Coutinho to Robertson. Henderson, long diagonal ball for Salah, finds him. Salah looking to turn his man. He cuts inside onto that left foot. Salah curls it in over. Well, we've seen him do it a million times this season, seemingly, but Mo Salah, as he cut onto that left foot, just unable to find the angle. He beat Charlie Daniels. All ends up. Great long ball out to that left wing from Jordan Henderson. His range of passing has been the one thing that I think most Liverpool fans have been looking to improve. As the ball works its way all the way back to Simon Mignolet. Begovic eventually boots it long. Liverpool with all of the pressure in these early stages. Now, a foul given against Dejan Lovren there against Josh King. Very unlucky. That was a great tackle by Lovren. Now, a few Bournemouth players getting a talking to. Lovren and King told to calm down, but Lovren in the right, he made a brilliant tackle on King, and he's been whistled for a foul 14 minutes gone. It's not a foul, but Jordan Ibe standing over this one may just look to deliver it across. It's also Andrew Sermon. It will be Ibe to deliver to the near post. Booted away in the end by Robertson, and Mo Salah will chase. Held in by Bournemouth, though. Flicked on. Defoe. Just tracked by Robertson, and then a handball by Defoe. Well spotted by the linesman. You can see clearly it comes off his hand. Liverpool able to start with a free kick. Long ball by Robertson looking for Salah. Cut out by Daniels. And then Begovic boots it out of play. Definitely not what he intended to do. Liverpool throw in their attacking half. Liverpool, as we discussed in the last match as we discussed in the last episode of Two Ray Gringos, is Defoe's flagged for offsides. It's a nice respite to kind of get away from the pressures of Anfield, as odd as that sounds. Anfield not the home sweet home that it had been previously, and Liverpool just looking to change their fortunes on the South Coast. Liverpool playing some good stuff, but Henderson's ball looking for Oxlade-Chamberlain is a bit wide and out of play. Liverpool fans won't want to remember the last trip to the Vitality Stadium, as Liverpool were up 3-1. When Emre Can scored a screamer, it seemed like Liverpool were high and dry. Indeed, Bournemouth dragged them back down as ball through towards Jordan Ibe, but the former Liverpool man is offside, also be pulled back for the Liverpool free kick. You can see Ibe is made 58 appearances for Liverpool before his move to Bournemouth, but his 44 appearances for Bournemouth have seen him score 0 goals. You have to feel for Jordan Ibe as a Liverpool fan. I obviously don't want him to break his duck today, unless we're up, 6 or 7. Then could certainly think about letting Ibe get in on the act, but long ball from Lovren towards Firmino, unable to control it, and Ake plays it back to Begovic. But you have to feel for Ibe, because he was a promising player for Liverpool. Never quite hit the heights that we expected, but when he earned his move, I figured he would do fairly well at Bournemouth, and it just hasn't clicked on the South Coast for the Englishman. But Bournemouth are forward here, and it's Ibe to strike it from distance, caught by Simon Mignolet. Well, Ibe will certainly be hungry and desperate to prove to his current employers that he was worth the money. May also have something to prove to his former employers, and I hope he's unable to. I do hope he finds a scoring form, but let him find it next week, or at least in the next match. Liverpool just regaining possession here and regaining a little bit of the pressure that they had put on Bournemouth in the opening 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes have seen Liverpool a little less threatening. But a nice flick there from Coutinho. Coutinho running forward. He's got Robertson to his left. He's got runners infield as well, but Coutinho might take it on the way, and it's in! Phil Coutinho for Liverpool, and who else but the Magico has given Liverpool a lead here in the 20th minute. As I said, Liverpool pressed really well in the first 10 minutes. Looked threatening. Coutinho struck the post from a free kick. As he played this 1-2 with Andrew Robertson down that left flank, Coutinho cut inside. He knew he was always likely to shoot from a position like that. He did have runners infield, but as those runners pulled Bournemouth defenders away from Brazilian, he found the tiniest bit of space to shoot from, and he squeezed it in for 1-0. What a run. What a strike. What a player. His 5th Premier League goal of the season, but how many times has Phil Coutinho popped up at the right moment, at the right place, and does exactly what we all expect. Score coming in off that left-hand side, and did so well. Liverpool right back into it now. They're hungry. Robertson's charging into the box here. Crosses, might find Salah, but it's deflected and booted away. Ibe tries to bring it down. Josh King unable to control it. Coutinho back on the ball, looking for Salah. Cut out by Simon Francis. Bournemouth trying to play it out from the back here. Able to do it. Now a long boot forward, searching for Defoe, but Mignolet out smartly to cut it out, and then Henderson dispossesses Ibe. Liverpool again looking to turn defense into attack, but Henderson's through ball for Mo Salah cut out. But Oxlade-Chamberlain's done really well to win it back, and he's found Salah down the right. Salah looking for options infield, cuts inside and opts to shoot, curled it wide, and it's out for a goal kick. Well, Liverpool are hungry here. They're hungry for that second goal. Mo Salah looking to replicate, but it's the second time that he's shot high and wide from that position on the right. Oxlade-Chamberlain did fantastically well in the build-up to that goal to win the ball back high up the field. Exactly what Klopp will be looking for. As you can see, Salah, 13 goals this season. No one would begrudge him shooting, as Henderson's won that ball back, but a bit too aggressively for the referee's taste, and probably the right decision. But Salah, no one begrudges Salah shooting. We've seen him curl in some absolute stunners from that left-hand side or right-hand side on his left foot. Now Mark Pugh is on the ball for Bournemouth, and Lovren wins the ball fairly. Launch forward, and now Firmino will chase the return ball from Salah. Ball's out, and thought Firmino had played it off the defender, but it's ruled Bournemouth's way. Firmino not rewarded for his chasing. Bournemouth able to play it out. Mo Salah, 13 goals. He has no equal in the Premier League in terms of goal scoring. What a season from Mo Salah. And the obvious stat has been thrown out there a couple times as Bournemouth headed the other way. The obvious stat's been thrown out there a couple times that Mo Salah could be the first Liverpool player to score 20 goals in all competitions since Suarez and Sturridge. And Salah's on the ball now down the right after a good pass from Firmino. Firmino's central. Gini Wijnaldum on the edge of the area, but he just takes his eye off the ball there as he looked to take it under control. Bit of poor play from Wijnaldum, who has to be said has been out of form this season. Hasn't been the player, and we talked about it in the last two Red Gringos episode, just hasn't been the player that we had come to expect previously. Wijnaldum famously has yet to score an away goal in England. But Mo Salah's been found again down that right-hand side. He links up with Gomez. Oxlade-Chamberlain lays it off to Henderson. Henderson opts to go back to defense, then receives it back from Lovren. Plays it to Salah, who's gotten it back to Henderson. Henderson for Firmino. Firmino with the shot blocked away. And it was Simon Francis who got in the way of that shot from Roberto Firmino. That was very nearly a brilliant second for Liverpool as Salah found Henderson with that nifty little back heel. And as the ball came to Firmino, he tried to play with the outside of his boot, and it went off of Francis. It is a corner for Liverpool. And as we cross the 25-minute mark of the first half, Liverpool with a good chance to capitalize here from a set piece. Flicked on at the near post by Wijnaldum. Kept in by Firmino and a diving header. And it's Dejan Lovren. Dejan Lovren has scored for Liverpool with a diving header. Firmino did brilliantly to hold that one in. And Liverpool have a 2-0 lead here. And it's come from a corner. As you watch this, it was flicked on at the near post. It looked like it would probably go out of play, but Firmino held it in really well. And Lovren committed everything to the diving header. As we take another look, did the ball go out? Nope, the whole ball is not over the line, and it's well done by the linesman not to give a goal kick for that. Really well done. Firmino never gave up on it, and then Lovren sacrificed the body for his first Premier League goal this season. One place that Liverpool have seemingly lagged behind is scoring goals from those corners, and there it was just pure effort by Firmino to stick with the play and pure commitment by Lovren to dive in and power the header home. Liverpool lead 2-0 on the South Coast, and this is exactly the start that Klopp would have wanted and exactly the response he would have wanted out of his players after 2 tough draws at home. Liverpool back on the ball again. Well, Bournemouth engaging the ball high up the field, but it's exactly what Liverpool want as they look for the ball in behind for Coutinho, but he's flagged for offside. As I said, now that Liverpool lead 2-0, it's all about maintaining the pressure, not dropping off. Liverpool are probably at their worst when they sit back and try to soak up the pressure. And as you can see in their away record, Liverpool 3 wins and a draw in their last 4 away matches. And all 3 of those wins, they scored 3 or more goals. Away form has been spotless recently, and they have been scoring goals by the bushel. But Bournemouth do have the ball under control, and it's Charlie Daniels down the left. Opts to work it back infield. You can see Oxlade-Chamberlain chasing down every ball. Every Liverpool player, Robertson that time closing down, but Bournemouth able to maintain possession, but they're driven back into their own half. Ibe now looking to go past Robertson, unable to do so. Robertson did really well defensively. Robertson earns the throw for Liverpool. Well, Lovren pictured there, you can see what a goal like that means to him. He's had plenty of criticism come in, most of it justified, but he's had a lot of bad luck in the last couple of weeks. Has to be thrilled to get a goal like that. As take a quick break. Based on the camera angles, I'm thinking that there's a pitch invader or something going on. Oh, it's Josh King down with a injury for Bournemouth. I didn't see anything particularly bad. You can see the whole ball has to be over the line, so that's exactly what's happened here. Is Firmino held it in, stayed with the play, By holding it in, gave Lovren the opportunity to dive in and power it home. Lovren hasn't deserved a lot of the stick he's gotten over the last couple of weeks. And I am happy for him to grab a goal here. He's deserved plenty of criticism this season, but a lot of the misfortune the last couple of weeks has been undeserved. So he grabs a goal here, and it is Josh King is going to have to go off for Bournemouth. Junior Stanislas is going to be introduced here in the 30th minute. Junior Stanislas on as Liverpool look to launch another attack, but Begovic is out smartly to keep that situation under control. Another long searching ball for Defoe is long and way off target. Stanislas on now. Only 8 appearances for Bournemouth this season and 1 goal and 1 assist to his name. But Liverpool leading here 2-0 for those who are just joining us. You wouldn't have a hard time guessing who scored the first. Phil Coutinho. Continuing his great recent run of form. But the second, you'd have a tougher time guessing, as Dejan Lovren scored from a diving header, but Firmino earns yet another assist in the Premier League. Liverpool, again, keeping the pressure on. Bournemouth having to camp inside their own area. Salah and Henderson exchanging passes. Henderson works it wide. Robertson looking to Coutinho. It was the link between Robertson and Coutinho which led to that first goal. Lovren venturing forward. Gomez trying to squeeze a ball through for Firmino. Firmino working hard to keep that in, but in the end, all he could do was attempt to prevent the goal kick. I think he was able to do that. It is only a Bournemouth throw deep in their own half. Liverpool, no Liverpool players retreating. They're looking to win this ball back immediately. Salah does. Oxlade-Chamberlain jumps with Andrew Sermon, but can't win it. Advantage goes Bournemouth's way, and they maintain possession. Eventually have to work it back to Begovic to boot long. Lovren heads that away. It's eventually brought under control by Ibe. Ibe tracked well by Henderson. You can see there from shots on goal, Bournemouth with the 1, Liverpool only have 2, and both of them have gone in. Really can't hope for better from a Liverpool perspective. We'll hope to create some more chances, though, as the first half is in its closing stages. Stanislas with his first involvement, looking for runners. Sermon now finds Lewis Cook, and now Ibe. Back into Lewis Cook. Cook looking far to the left to Pugh. Pugh back infield to Charlie Daniels. No relation to the banjoist. Pugh with the cross headed away by Klavan, and then behind by Robertson. Taking no chances there, but it will be a corner for Bournemouth. 33rd minute. This is one of Bournemouth's few forays forward God, did you know that Bournemouth's mascot was a creepy looking bear? Oh wait, they have like multiple mascots. It must be like Kids Day or something. But anyways, cross in towards the near post, headed away by Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum out to close down, headed away by Lovren this time, back out, and then Henderson heads away and then is fouled in the end. I think it was Sermon challenging in the air with Henderson, but unfairly. Liverpool's captain back in the side and already showing quite a bit more. I think the rest for the game against West Brom probably did well for the Liverpool skipper. Liverpool back on the ball. Joe Gomez. And now Dejan Lovren. Dejan Lovren with a real collector's item today. A goal to complement another collector's item. A goal from a corner kick. Klavan. Firmino took a late challenge, like off the ball, as now Klavan slipped and Ibe might be in. Ibe running past Jordan Henderson, finding Pugh on the left. Pugh closed down by Gomez. Gomez tracking Mark Pugh. Pugh able to deliver across towards Defoe, headed away well by Robertson. And Mo Salah able to get it to Roberto Firmino. Bobby wins back the second attempt, but unable to find Salah with the pass. Now Lewis Cook. Ball squeezed through by Ibe towards Stanislas, but only reaches Mignolet. A little bit frantic there as Jordan Ibe did have a chance to run at the Liverpool defense, but one of the things that, and if Pat's listening, he'll certainly remember these days, if Jordan Ibe, when he played for Liverpool, one of the most frustrating aspects to his game was how much he would slow down the counter. And I think in the end it led to his sale. He would bring the ball under control and look to run at someone even when he had the ability to just continue to run in behind, as that pass from Klavan is wayward and out for a throw. Klopp having some discussions, I'm not sure with who. As Wijnaldum wins that ball back for Liverpool and finds Coutinho, but Coutinho's return cut out in the end by Simon Francis and worked back to Begovic. Then booted long by Francis, looking for Ibe. Well won in the air. And eventually Gomez finds it at his feet. Opts to play it back to Mignolet. Been fairly professional performance so far from Liverpool to get the goals, but I want to keep the pressure up as now Bournemouth are breaking. Stanislas, it's come through for Defoe, off the post and out. And then behind for a goal kick. Well, it was a loose pass from Wijnaldum, which didn't find Coutinho. And was Defoe offside? It looked as though he was. The flag stayed down, and he was absolutely through on goal. Beat Mignolet with the shot and probably thought he had scored. But it, much like Coutinho's shot, it went off of the inside of the post and somehow stayed out. Well, Defoe has made scoring against Liverpool a somewhat of a tradition, especially in this festive period, but he was unable to do so there as Salah's headed this infield for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Chamberlain's got options inside. Wijnaldum. Oxlade-Chamberlain Saved by Begovic. Well, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, I thought he struck it well, but the big Bosnian keeper was able to get down really well and save the low shot. But more pressing from Roberto Firmino has led to more attack from Liverpool as Salah's fed in. Oxlade-Chamberlain and Nathan Ake slid in and put that behind for a corner. Well, that was nearly another good chance for Liverpool, all created off of, as we look at the previous strike from Oxlade-Chamberlain. It got plenty of power on it, just couldn't get it far enough away from Begovic to beat the keeper, and it has led to a corner. Mo Salah whips it into the near post. It's gotten away, but Salah and Coutinho exchanging passes, and Lovren nearly on the end of another header. Salah brings this one down. Mo Salah cutting onto his left, then back onto his right, then back onto his left, then across for Coutinho. Cut out, but only as far as Henderson. Robertson. Lovren rolling it through for Firmino. But Firmino unable to bring that under control. Liverpool keeping the pressure up, though, and maintaining possession in the Bournemouth half. Every clearance met by a Liverpool player, but Coutinho with a miscontrol there, and Stanislas looking for a long ball up towards Defoe, cut out by Klavan, out for a Bournemouth throw. Adam Smith looking to restart play. Comes into Lewis Cook. Ibe looking to exchange passes down Bournemouth's right flank, but Robertson cuts that out for another Bournemouth throw. Comes in for Andrew Sermon. Rolled into the feet of Defoe. Defoe looking to turn. Lays it off to Pugh. Pugh looking to cut inside. Daniels puts a cross in towards Stanislas, but he mishits it. And it's cleared by Liverpool. Bournemouth now just trying to keep pressure on Liverpool. 42nd minute, only a few minutes of the first half regular time remaining, and there should only be a couple added minutes, if that, at the end of the first half. The only real stoppage was for the Josh King injury. Good pressing by Gomez has put Bournemouth in trouble here, and Coutinho and Firmino have exchanged passes. Bobby's now running down the left. Bobby trying to squeeze the ball back infield for Coutinho. Just cut out in the end. It may come out to Henderson. Henderson rolls it into Salah. Coutinho, return ball for Salah! Oh, and saved somehow by Begovic. Well, I thought Mo had a third, and what a goal it would have been. Lovely counter, cut out, but then the ball came through for Salah, and he hit it first time with his right foot, but straight at Begovic. He made a decent contact, and the Bosnian didn't really know anything about it, but was able to get enough on it to trap it under his body. Now Bournemouth attacking the other way. Stanislas running at Lovren, gets past him, but his shot's deflected by Klavan, and Wijnaldum brings it under control and releases Salah. Salah running straight down the throat of Charlie Daniels. Firmino's made a good run here, and Salah's found him. Firmino on the right. Looking to play it back infield. Coutinho lays it off for Gomez. Gomez with a cross, cut out. Ibe collects. Ibe to Sermon. Sermon finds Stanislas, but his flick through to Defoe, no good. And Liverpool back in possession through Joe Gomez. Well, no shortness of excitement here in the first half between Bournemouth and Liverpool as Oxlade-Chamberlain rolls it through for Salah. He's found him. Salah past Daniels. Daniels can't bring him down. Salah cutting inside, and Salah scores! Well, just like that, it's 3-0 Liverpool, and Mo Salah has his 14th Premier League goal of the season. Right before halftime. That's just what the doctor ordered. Well, Mo Salah wasn't going to be denied a third time cutting onto his left foot, and he hasn't been. Oxlade-Chamberlain received well, rolled it through for Salah. Daniels beat completely for pace, and then beat again by Salah when he cut inside. And as he fell to the ground, he made a great contact with that left foot of his and scores, because that is what Mo Salah does. Would not be denied, and it flies past Begovic for Liverpool's third. Mo Salah sitting atop the Premier League charts and counting. And just like that, Liverpool up 3-0, and it is their fourth straight Premier League away game with 3 or more goals scored. And it is still the first half, ladies and gentlemen. It could yet get better for these Reds. Two added minutes, as I predicted, if I can remind you briefly, but 2 added minutes at the end of the first half, the Josh King injury being the biggest contributor to that stoppage time, and Bournemouth may be back in trouble as good pressing from Liverpool again forces Cook into an error. Bournemouth do enough to stop the break, but Liverpool are in possession. Liverpool would do well just to wind the clock down a bit and get maybe one last attack in this final minute of added time at the end of the first half. 3-0 at halftime. They'll certainly be content with that. Bournemouth have threatened a couple times, though, and Liverpool will need to be wary of complacency. Need to maintain the pressure. Oxlade-Chamberlain looking again for Salah, but this time his pass isn't good enough, and then Oxlade-Chamberlain whistled for a foul here on Mark Pugh. Bournemouth back on the ball, but probably not with enough time to start anything of note here as the final 5 seconds or so tick down. Joe Gomez closes down Pugh really well, and that is the halftime whistle. Well, Philip Coutinho opened the scoring for Liverpool, and from there the floodgates had opened. A corner kept alive by Roberto Firmino, headed in by diving Dejan Lovren. I threatened to sound Irish there. A diving Dejan Lovren. No, Dejan Lovren dove and headed in Liverpool's second. And then who else but Mohamed Salah finished the scoring of the first half with Liverpool's third. We are headed into halftime. I didn't update any of my boards. I don't know what I was thinking. I have all of these boards made on my live stream thing, and I didn't update any of them, but I'll be sure to in the second half. With that, it is halftime. Go ahead and grab a refill on whatever beverage of choice you have, and we will be back for the second half in just a few moments. I hope you've enjoyed it so far, and we will see you in a bit. All right, well, we are back for the second half. Liverpool get things started. Roberto Firmino kicking off for Liverpool. It was a brilliant first half for the Reds. They lead 3-0 on the South Coast. Goals from Philippe Coutinho, Dejan Lovren of all people, and Mo Salah with his 20th goal in all competitions this season. What a half season it's been for the Egyptian, but with those goals, Liverpool lead 3-0 and will look to finish the job here against Bournemouth in the second half. Long boot forward from the free kick. Unable to find Firmino. Well, Ryan Fraser has come on, but high pressing from Liverpool has led to a chance here. Robertson's ball across to Salah, but Salah looking for Firmino, can't find him. Wijnaldum holds the ball in, but it's a miscommunication here from Bournemouth. And then offside flag goes up against Phil Coutinho. Ryan Fraser has come on, trying to identify who's come off in his place. It's Mark Pugh. So Ryan Fraser, who caused so many problems in the game last year, on for Bournemouth as they look to turn things around from a 3-0 deficit. It was 3-1 in those days with just about 15 minutes left to play, and Bournemouth were able to turn it around. So it'll be key for Liverpool to continue to dominate, continue to maintain pressure as Robertson's won the ball high up the field, found Firmino, who's found Coutinho. Coutinho slides it back in for Robertson, who made a run down the center, but Coutinho's ball too near Begovic, and the keeper's out to claim. Robertson knew a very attacking area, probably a bit unfamiliar with the center forward position, but Bournemouth unable to escape the press again and opted just to boot it long and out for a Liverpool throw. Bournemouth bring it under control. Ibe with some interchanges with Stanislas, but in the end, Klavan's able to keep it under control for Liverpool, and now Oxlade-Chamberlain looking for options forward. Only finds Sermon. His ball has worked through to Defoe. Defoe running at Lovren. Defoe into the box. Curls it towards Stanislas, headed away by Klavan. Brought out by Mo Salah and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Eventually worked back in, and Joe Gomez cuts it out. Henderson with a long searching ball towards Salah. Hasn't been dealt with by Bournemouth. Mo Salah into Bournemouth's box, but just put off by Ake. Begovic comes and collects. Jordan Ibe again with the ball for Bournemouth. The return ball for Ibe cut out by Robertson. Coutinho's on it now. Ball through for Firmino, and Firmino just checked the wrong shoulder for that ball, and Bournemouth back the other way. Stanislas, marked by Henderson. Stanislas again for Lewis Cook. Out wide for Ibe. Ibe slides it infield, and Wijnaldum's ball towards the end line, kept in by Mignolet. Not a back pass, just purely a deflection. So Mignolet able to pick it up. We'll look to redistribute. Well, Eddie Howe threw on Ryan Fraser, hoping to change things here in the second half, and has to think back to that Jermaine Defoe chance, which struck the inside of the post in the first half, as the type of bad luck that Bournemouth didn't need today. But they're Back forward, it's Ryan Fraser on the ball. Infield for Stanislas. Stanislas slid it in towards Defoe, but Klavan out really smartly to intercept, and he's got it back to Sala to counter. Sala to Coutinho. Sala's continued his run forward, but Coutinho's opted for the simple pass to Andrew Robertson. Wijnaldum. Back to Coutinho. Coutinho out wide for Gomez just to switch the focal attack point of this attack. Liverpool with some nice combination down the right. Gomez looking for Firmino. Firmino's cross cut out by Ake. But it will be a corner for Liverpool. Liverpool able to capitalize on one already. Can they find a goal from a second to distance themselves further? Lovren forward. He scored that diving header from the corner in the first half. Coutinho puts it in towards Klavan. Firmino's been brought down. Robertson with a left-footed shot that is deflected into the arms of Begovic, who restarts with a long throw looking for Ibe. Cut out by Henderson. Henderson running back the other way. Henderson with a cross from deep. In towards Firmino. It was missed by every Bournemouth defender, but Firmino unable to capitalize. And then fouls Adam Smith in the process of trying to win the ball back. Henderson won the ball back and charged up the field looking for Firmino, and just a miscommunication between Begovic and Simon Francis nearly led to Firmino having a gilt-edged chance, but couldn't react quickly enough. Firmino back on the ball. Coutinho turning, looking for a long pass to release Salah. Unable to do so. Good tracking back by Charlie Daniels, who the poor guy has had a hell of a time trying to track Mo Salah in that first half, and as Bournemouth tried to release Jordan Ibe in behind, the ball was too heavy and reached Simon Mignolet. Lovren out wide for Gomez. Oxlade-Chamberlain slides it into Mo Salah. Salah does well to press, but it deflects off him and behind for a goal kick. You can see on the bench behind Klopp the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Dominic Solanke, Danny Ings, all featured in the last game out. You can see Liverpool's upcoming schedule very full. They play Arsenal December 22nd, Swansea on Boxing Day, and play again on the 30th with games every 4 days. This festive period is notorious in the Premier League for its fixture congestion and the toll it takes on teams, while leagues like the Bundesliga are on a winter break. The Premier League is at its busiest. Long searching ball forward by Ake, cut out by Liverpool, and Lovren was there to clear out for a Bournemouth throw. Stanislas receives the throw, but Liverpool there to cause another. I'm trying to escape the attentions of Andrew Robertson. Feeds the ball to Sermon. This ball down the right for Adam Smith is on the mark. Coutinho tracking him back, and The cross is cut out for a Bournemouth throw. They restart again. Stanislas back out to Smith. Ivan Stanislas exchanging passes. Sermon for Fraser. Back out wide to Charlie Daniels. Infield for Fraser. Sermon and Fraser exchanging passes. Fraser back on the ball, but side netting only from Ryan Fraser. Well, Liverpool fans will not like the sight of him after what he did in the game last year. Luckily, his left-footed shot was from a tight angle, and he was unable to get it on target, but that will be the warning sign as Eddie Howe now making his final substitution in last throw of the dice already in the 56th minute. Can't tell if it is injury enforced or whether it was tactical, but well, Steve Cook has come on for Bournemouth, and that will be their last change, third and final change. Salah now taking on Ake. Gets to the byline, but his touch is too heavy, and it's a goal kick. A couple of Bournemouth fans behind the goal there in ugly Christmas sweaters, so everybody getting into the festive air around the Premier League now. You can see the stat there. Thank you, NBC, for showing stats like that and trying to jinx Liverpool. You can see Danny Ings finally getting involved with the first team again after a long spell out injured and a long rehab with the under-23s, as Gomez did really well there to cut that long diagonal ball out from Bournemouth and works the ball back. It's Gini Wijnaldum finding Robertson on that left wing. It's worked back across the back four. Eventually back to Mignolet to look for the best route through this Bournemouth defense. And Robertson may have found it with a good ball into Firmino, who tries to chest it down, but cut out by Simon Francis. And out for a Liverpool throw. Gomez looking to find his preferred target for the throw. Firmino has kept it in, but it's back across and headed away. Henderson jumping with Stanislas. Henderson winning it in the end. Coutinho able to turn on it, but surrounded by three Bournemouth defenders. Good sliding challenge by Oxlade-Chamberlain. May lead to a chance. Chamberlain with his left foot strikes the post and behind for a goal kick. He shot from a tight angle, but he nearly found that near post. He did really well to win the ball back high up the field, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and the ball just drifted away from his body a bit much as he looked to guide it into that top left-hand corner, and it just struck the post as it went past. Really well done. Oxlade-Chamberlain has played really well today. Loads of energy in that midfield and has won the ball back quite frequently, but Bournemouth looking to launch a quick attack of their own. Defoe striking with his right foot, saved by Mignolet and just out of the path of the onrushing Stanislas, and that contact by Mignolet was vital in the end. Just made enough of it to put Stanislas off, and that shot from Defoe The second one where he looked likely to score. Mignolet equal to this one. He cut inside. Lovren and Gomez unable to block, and then Mignolet got just enough on it to put it out of the path of Stanislas. It remains 3-0 as we cross the hour mark. Liverpool still haven't shaped up a big chance here in the second half. Ball back out wide to Robertson for Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum was looking for a runner out on the right wing, but there was no runner out there. His pass out for a throw. Okay, restarts it. Henderson cuts it out. Ball worked back all the way to Mignolet. Clavon. To Coutinho, who was tracked by Smith there. Now Ibe getting forward. Ibe looking to cut onto his right, but perhaps chose the wrong option. I think it is deflected behind for a Bournemouth corner, though, off of Andrew Robertson. Only Bournemouth's second corner, but they will look to capitalize. We know that they don't get many chances going forward, and it's Andrew Sermon to take this one for Bournemouth. Headed away at the near post. Salah looking to run onto it, but headed back into danger area by Bournemouth. Luckily, their most dangerous player was offside, and Mignolet able to catch, and he kicks this one deep for Salah to chase. And the flag's gone up against Salah anyway. Take another look at that one. It may have been, can't tell if Coutinho or Salah were offside from that angle. Klopp animated on the sideline as you'd expect. And the ball went wide for Ibe, but just took his eye off it. Out for a Liverpool throw in their half. Eddie Howe. Still concerned. Hasn't been able to turn this game around, and he's made all his substitutions, so those players on the pitch will have to find their constitution to be able to break this Liverpool team down. Robertson chasing after that long ball, unable to hold it in. It will be a Bournemouth throw. Bournemouth probably looking to put this throw into the area, if I had to guess. Adam Smith opts for a short throw to feet of Francis. It's worked back towards Francis, but cut out by Salah in the end. He's worked it wide for Firmino, who's out on the left. He's running infield. Henderson out for Gomez. Gomez with Oxlade-Chamberlain in front of him. He's delivered a ball from deep towards Salah, cut out by Steve Cook. Bournemouth trying to bring this ball under control. Gomez doesn't allow it. Clavon. Now Lovren trying to just draw Bournemouth in. Wijnaldum out wide for Gomez. Then Oxlade-Chamberlain hits a high, hopeful ball. Trying to get Salah to chase. Clearance is unconvincing. Henderson able to bring it under control for Salah. It's eventually Firmino who comes away with it. Firmino's got options to his left. He opts for Salah to his right. Salah chips it back infield, but no runners were there to latch on to Salah's back pass. But Oxlade-Chamberlain has latched onto a loose pass there. Salah delivers another cross towards Firmino, but it's over his head. Firmino will bring it under control and finds Coutinho on the edge of the area. Coutinho trying to go past his man and I think had him fooled, but chose the wrong option. Could have cut onto his left. Out for a Liverpool throw. Liverpool just make this bit of pressure count and really kill this game off. Coutinho in towards for a header by Firmino for the fourth. And that should do it. Bobby Firmino with Liverpool's fourth. Bournemouth, the cherries have been smashed into a Christmas pie filling. 4-0 Liverpool. 65 minutes gone, and it's Bobby Firmino with the header. He was free and clear in the area, had the complete run of things, and as that ball came through, was he just offside? Maybe. Maybe Liverpool have got a bit of luck there from the decision, but maybe it's about time. His flicked header past Begovic. Liverpool lead 4-0, and think that should be enough to see this one out over the last 25 minutes. Great header from the Brazilian, and Bournemouth having to walk back to the center circle. Now down 4-0. It's Bobby's 6th goal in the Premier League this season, and he's created far more than he scored, but that fourth, that killer fourth, like I said, it seemed like it was coming, and Liverpool needed to make that pressure count just to get that goal to kill off the game, and they did. Now another long ball for Liverpool's players to chase, but Begovic able to punt it. Firmino unable to bring that one under control, and it's just been chipped through towards Defoe, but Lovren able to head it back to Mignolet. Liverpool lead 4-0, and it is another rampant performance away from home. The biggest question that will be asked will, especially over this busy period, how do we get the Reds firing like this at Anfield as well? Obviously, the game against Spartak was a different story, but recently just misfiring a little bit at home. And how do we get this Liverpool to come out in front of a friendly crowd? Because they've loved being the home invaders, but at Anfield it's been a different story. So can Liverpool put in more performances like this in front of the Anfield faithful? We'll see over the next few games, but for now they are loving their time on the South Coast. Salah just dispossessed there, and Gomez has to track back to keep Defoe from latching onto that deflected clearance. Ake. And the back pass. Salah was a willing chaser, but Begovic able to boot long. Robertson wins it in the air well, though. Oxlade-Chamberlain forward for Coutinho. Back to Chamberlain to Salah for Coutinho. Will this be a fifth? Oh, it would have been a brilliant goal, but deflected away. What a passing move by Liverpool. Now Bournemouth looking to counter, but really smartly cut out by Lovren. Lovren has had a good game, although that pass for Firmino didn't find its intended target. Adam Smith headed the other way for Bournemouth, and Ibe looking to take on Wijnaldum, but opts for the pass across to Andrew Sermon. Well, a sight that we haven't seen in quite a while. Adam Lallana shaping to come on here for Liverpool, and you have to think that it's one of the big boys that will get a rest here. Who will come off? I would hope that it is one of Liverpool's star attackers, the Fab Four as they become known. Bournemouth here just looking to get back into this game, maybe. Stanislas across for Smith. It would be disappointing to lose the clean sheet at this point, but that would be about the only issue with a Bournemouth goal, although there are still 20 minutes to be played. Liverpool have to be professional about this as Ibe crosses towards the near post and Klavan puts it out. I'm not sure whether it stayed in. And it will be Mo Salah who comes off for Adam Lallana. Well, another great performance from Mo Salah. He ran absolutely all over today. Got his 14th Premier League goal of the season and his 20th in all competitions, the first to do so since that duo of Suarez and Sturridge did it in that high-flying 13-14 season. Mo Salah, reminiscent of that brilliant Uruguayan in his invention and his ability to really give defenses a problem. Now Defoe just reading a piece of paper. That was odd. Anyways, Lallana on for Salah. But Liverpool have a bit of defending to do first, and they've done it. And Henderson has found Coutinho, and can Liverpool just turn this into a counter? Coutinho with a raking pass across for Oxlade-Chamberlain to bring under control. Lallana's in the box, tries to find Oxlade-Chamberlain with a back heel, but unable to. Lallana now chasing down Ryan Fraser. Henderson putting him under pressure as well and winning the ball, and now a foul's been given against Henderson. Well, Fraser was always likely to go down in that instance, and as soon as there was any pressure from Henderson, he did exactly that. It's a soft foul in the end. Bournemouth on that left wing, just probably looking to put this one into the box and cause problems for Liverpool's defense. Opted to take it short. Stanislas rolling it to Fraser and then out to the left. Ibe's made his way out there and Lallana's brought him down. And Lallana with a yellow card. Basically his first involvement of the game. A sliding challenge. Ibe had beaten him and Lallana booked. He's been on the pitch barely a couple minutes. But the first real contribution by Lallana is a sliding tackle and a foul given away in a dangerous area here. Stanislas over it for Bournemouth. Delivers it hard towards the near post. Headed away. Stanislas looks to collect it and put it back into the area, but he's opted for a pass to his right, which is chipped in by Lewis Cook, held in by his counterpart Simon. But Liverpool bring it away, and it's Firmino out wide for Chamberlain, who's made his way to the left. A ball back through for Firmino. He's got options to the center, and he just misses his target in Coutinho, who is running in towards goal. Robertson all the way across to the right to keep that one in play. Lallana and Henderson exchanging passes in midfield before Lovren, who's made his way forward, plays it across to Wijnaldum. Klavan and Wijnaldum looking to settle things down a bit. And Lallana across to Gomez. Adam Lallana sporting that new haircut, or lack thereof. The long locks this season for Adam Lallana. But he's come on the pitch and been booked inside of his first 5 minutes. It looked like he might be involved in the brilliant build-up to a goal, but his back heel that was looking for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain didn't come off, as Dominic Solanke prepares to come on now for Liverpool. I'd imagine it would be one of either Firmino or Coutinho who come off. I'm willing to bet Firmino, who hasn't been rested through this rotation. He's been constant, with the exception of the derby, but Solanke about to come on, and have to imagine that it's Firmino who will come off. He's on the ball now. It's dropped fairly deep, plays it across to Henderson and Lallana now. Be interesting to see how Lallana fits into this team. Obviously coming back from a long layoff, so it'll take a while before he's back to full fitness and starting games, but will he occupy that position that Oxlade-Chamberlain has played today, or will he play in Wijnaldum's role, as it is Firmino who will come off? Firmino got his goal, added an assist as well, and Firmino, who's been so important to the way that Liverpool play, comes off to a good ovation from the away support. Just about 15 minutes, Dominic Solanke will look to get his first Premier League goal for Liverpool. Bournemouth had the throw cut out by Gomez and will try it again. Throw searching for Defoe, who can't escape the attentions of Dejan Lovren. Lovren's played a great game today, it has to be said. Liverpool now just slowing things down. They're not looking for the more incisive passes. They know this game is all but won, and they'll look to just control things for the time being. It's not to say they won't try to score a fifth, because you certainly have players on who will be searching for that goal. Lallana will be one of them, looking for it on his return from injury. Oxlade-Chamberlain will be looking for his first Premier League goal, as will Dominic Solanke. So definitely willing and hungry players. As Solanke on the ball here, his cross back for Lallana is mishit, and Bournemouth able to come away with it. Lewis Cook, under the attentions of Gini Wijnaldum, he's gone down, and the ref has whistled for a foul. Bournemouth will take this in their own half. Well, looking at the performance from Liverpool, it's exactly what Klopp would have wanted, going away from home and looking to bounce back from a couple of tough draws. This game will see Liverpool go 9 straight unbeaten in the Premier League. Very nice streak, marred only by those couple of draws to weaker opposition, but Liverpool bounced back here and have put Bournemouth to the sword. Bournemouth's threat only showing itself twice through Jermaine Defoe, who once struck the post in the first half and forced a save out of Mignolet in the second. But aside from that, it has been all Liverpool, and they have made it count. With just about 10 minutes to play, Dominic Solanke putting that out for a throw for Bournemouth, and Liverpool here exercising the demons of last year, where they let a 3-1 lead become a 4-3 loss here at the Vitality Stadium. So luckily for the Reds, they came out firing today and defensively have done enough certainly hasn't been a defensive masterclass. They have given up the 2 big chances for Defoe, but outside of that, it has been slim pickings for Bournemouth, and the Cherries have not been able to exert any influence over this game as Coutinho is looking wide right for Lallana, who nearly deflects the ball to the feet of Oxlade-Chamberlain, but Bournemouth able to cut it out in the end. Lovren with another interception in the air, but the return pass has found its way through to Stanislas, who's got Defoe infield. Stanislas cutting to the byline and then firing a low ball in, cut out by Klavan, out for a throw. Lallana closing down on that right wing. He is on a booking, remember, as he brought down Jordan Ibe for a yellow card, and that long ball for Solanke does well to hold it up, and Robertson's running on to Coutinho's flicked ball through as he's been pulled back and appeals to the referee, but gets no sympathy. Robertson nearly running onto that ball as he headed it on for himself. Now Bournemouth going back the other way, but Gomez smart to the interception, and Oxlade-Chamberlain carries it forward, not really being pressured, and Bournemouth just in damage control mode now. They do not want to concede a 5th. Liverpool want to score it, though. They are happy to run plenty of time off the clock in the process. Back 4, you can look at them as, like I said, having just about done their job. But Lovren contributing at the other end with the diving header that made it 2-0, and was an important goal because minutes later, Defoe struck the inside of the post and nearly brought Bournemouth back into the game. But without that goal, at 1-0, it turns into a 1-1 potentially, and now it's out wide for Chamberlain to strike, and it's wide. He had options in field, and he knows that his teammates will be a little bit disappointed that he shot from that position. It went out wide to Chamberlain. He should have rolled it across for either Lallana or Solanke to attempt to finish, but he took the more selfish option, and with no Premier League goals yet this season for Liverpool, you can understand why he'd feel that way or why he'd take that opportunity. Some nice intricate passing down the right for Liverpool. Now they're just toying with Bournemouth a bit and just trying to see out the remaining 7 or so minutes of regular time as Gomez has gotten forward down the right. He's seen the space and attacked it. Lays it off for Henderson. Now Gomez looking to deliver a cross and does so towards Chamberlain, but it's deflected, and it was nearly held in there by Gomez, but is behind for a Bournemouth goal kick. Well, a 5th goal would ironically be a cherry on top for Liverpool's demolition of the Cherries on the South Coast. But 4-0 will do nicely, and I think Klopp will be happy regardless of whether Liverpool score a 5th, as long as they don't concede at the other end. Phil Coutinho pictured. Maybe a surprise that he's still on the field, and I'm sure Klopp might be readying that final replacement for him for the final 5 minutes or so, but no indications as of yet that Coutinho will be replaced. Just a hunch. Coutinho's put in a good shift, and sure now just being told, take it easy, don't hurt yourself in these last few minutes, as that ball's deflected out for a Liverpool throw. Gomez and Lallana combine to spread the play a bit, and now Klavan just opting for the pass across to his partner in defense, Dejan Lovren. Henderson turns and finds Lallana. Lallana with some fancy footwork in midfield to escape the attentions of a few Bournemouth players. Wijnaldum does the same. Well, it wouldn't be an Adam Lallana appearance without a Cruyff turn. So he's had a couple, and now ball forward for Henderson, headed away by Nathan Ake, out for a Liverpool throw. Can just sense the game ebbing towards its inevitable conclusion. Can Liverpool add another one as Danny Ings prepares to come on, I'd assume, for Coutinho, who struck from distance and just wide. Well, Coutinho maybe sensing the fact that he was about to be subbed off and tried to grab a goal right before he's come off. He struck it really well, but just curled it a bit wide of that far post, and Lewis Cook maybe did just enough to put Coutinho off there, adding a goal and an assist. And you can see 8 goals and 7 assists for Coutinho in his last 10 away appearances in all competitions. He's been playing absolutely brilliantly of late. Gomez did well to win that. Ings and Oxlade-Chamberlain combining down the right. Chip back infield for Ings to maybe strike, but Lallana just put him off there. It has come for Ings. Danny Ings! Just wide. Well, I wanted Danny Ings to score so badly. He's done so well to come back from injury, and he's worked really hard. He's gotten into a scoring position there, but it came to his left foot, and he must be thinking if it had fallen to his right, he would have finished, and it was just wide of Begovic's near post. Danny Ings, who's been really, really unlucky with injuries, has done well for the U23s in his rehab assignments as Gomez getting excited down that right-hand side, and Ake catching the brunt of that excitement. So many eager runners for Liverpool, all pressing. It's Jordan Ibe. Just passes it out of pressure there. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Picture now, he maybe thought he would have grabbed his first Premier League goal today, but he's done really well in what was a great team performance for the Reds, as Ryan Fraser just miscontrols that on the right-hand side, and Liverpool able to pass it around their defense and back into an attacking mode. Gomez searching for Oxlade-Chamberlain's run down the right. Tracked well by Ake. And then out wide for Adam Smith. Lewis Cook out wide for Nathan Ake, who's occupied a position more on the left in the second half. Liverpool still pressing. Jordan Henderson still chasing as we approach the end of regulation. See how much added time we get here at the end of the game. It probably won't be more than a couple of minutes, both with the score line where it is and with the shortage of stoppages. There haven't been too many long stoppages here in the second half, so I'd have to imagine it wouldn't be more than 2 or 3 minutes. as the Bournemouth faithful start heading for the exits. Well, this is all but done and dusted. Liverpool with a thoroughly professional away performance as we cross the 90-minute mark. To see what the added time is. It is 3 added minutes. Liverpool are still in the market for that 5th goal, though, as Ake's played it out of play for a Liverpool throw. No reason to really waste the time now, but Liverpool in no hurry to take it. Bournemouth won't be in any hurry to delay the game either, as they've got no way back in, and they probably just want to make it to that locker room at this point. They've been played off the pitch here, as You'll Never Walk Alone rings out across the Vitality Stadium. Shout out to the dude with the LFC New York scarf in the crowd. So he's made the journey from the States over to Bournemouth, and he has gotten a reward for his travels. Seeing an absolutely fantastic away performance from Liverpool yet again. And at this point, it may be better money venturing to other locales aside from Anfield to catch a Liverpool match, because they certainly have found the away grounds to be more of a home than their actual home. Liverpool just seeing things out here over the last minute and a half of added time, and Bournemouth willing to let them do it. Wijnaldum carrying it across midfield and then laying it across to Henderson. No eagerness from either side to dive into a tackle or work hard to win the ball back here until it does lead to a chance, and Liverpool now just catch Bournemouth in possession, and they may just have a counterattack here through Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's deflected through. It's Dominic Solanke who can't quite make contact, trying to work it back onto his left foot, but cut out in the end, and that may have been Solanke's best chance to grab his first Premier League goal here at the end of this game against Bournemouth. Oxlade-Chamberlain just going forward. Finds Lallana, lays it off for Solanke to strike. Saved. Headed on by Lallana, but over the bar. And that will just about do it. Lallana and Solanke linking up in the box. But the big Brit striker denied by Begovic, and then Lallana denies himself with the header over the bar. But that is full time. Liverpool demolish Bournemouth as we head into this busy festive period. Coutinho opened the scoring. Lovren with a diving header added a second. The third was another brilliant goal from Mo Salah. And then the fourth came courtesy of a flicked header by Bobby Firmino. As you can see, Lovren and Defoe just having a bit of a discussion here at full time, and Klopp over to Jordan Ibe to give him a bit of encouragement as he still sees himself goalless for Bournemouth. Klopp has to be thrilled with the performance of his players here as they've gone away and gotten another big victory. Coutinho over to the away support, giving his shirt away. Young kid getting the spoils, and the rest of the Liverpool team off to hand out some souvenirs. The Liverpool faithful who made their journey to the South Coast will have enjoyed their trip, and I'm sure there'll be lots of songs sung on the trains and buses back up to Liverpool tonight. With that, that is it for me from Two Red Gringos Amateur announcing. What a performance we watched today. Much better than the last time out. And a fantastic 4-goal win for the Reds. dominant and incisive in every aspect and defensively sound. So with that, I'm signing off from here. Catch us next time. It'll probably be in the new year when I see you next. But be sure to follow us at Two Red Gringos, subscribe here on YouTube, and keep up with us at tworedgringos.com for everything you could possibly want out of the two of us. So with that, this is Phil Bakke signing off. Cheers.